the topic a little bit, you know, I think two of your best fights were your fight against Shirk, you know, and your fight against Diego Sanchez. And seeming in both of those fights, you used knees to great effect, and you were able to hurt both guys with knees. And you didn't use your knees a lot, you know, during the career. When you did, they were effective. Is that something that, when you look back on, was a technique that you didn't work on enough? You know, kind of Muay Thai and knees and all that?
No, I think, you know what? Do you want me to beat him with a knee? Is that what you're asking, Aoli?
There was a knockout.
You know, I've always kept up with my knees, and you know, they come out at strange times. You know, just like the kick that I hit Diego with, we don't know what's gonna happen, and I don't even know what's gonna happen. But I know if I see that guy put his head down, I'm gonna throw a knee.
Being the lightest that you've ever been during this camp, but how have you felt?
Oh, unbelievable. Yeah, I felt great. You know, I was sparring the whole time at 155, 157 pounds, and you know, I don't want to say this after always trying to fight at 170, but man, this could be my real weight. I don't know.
What do you weigh right now?
148.
Did you feel a difference in speed?
I do. I feel faster. I don't have to sleep as much. I feel good. You know, I feel as good as it gets, I guess. You know, I'm here. I'm confident. I know I'm going to win the fight, and I'm just going to let this all play out.
Some people have enjoyed coaching on the show. Others have hated it, said it was the worst part of their career. What was your thought being a coach for the show?
Yeah, coaching the second time, whether you like it or not, the real fact of the matter is it's a lot of work. And if you don't put that work in, you shouldn't be there coaching. But it's a lot of work.
Did this season go smoother than first?
This season was just as much work, because the guys are there in the house, they want to get out of the house, and if you got to have a heart and hang out with them, you know, and take care of them. When a fighter's about to have a fight, he'll listen to anybody, he'll listen to the devil, you know, so you got to go and take care of your guys.
BJ, what would you change about the show if you could change a few things?
I'd let the guys out of the house, and I'd say, if you lose, you can't leave the house anymore.
Dave's comments on how the season went, how it was kind of boring, and how he wasn't too pleased with it. And even in the finale, saying basically, even the winner might not be the best season. Like, this is you know, it wasn't the best season.
You know, it was a slower season actually, and from what I hear, the ratings really showed that it was a slower season, and Dana was right. People, by nature of having a tournament situation, and by the nature of people being so much more experienced and realize what's going on, you know, it was a slow show when it comes to the fights. And I was telling them, you want Dana to come, right? You're here to get Dana's eye. That's why you're in the UFC, you know, to get the top guy's eye, and that's part of the game.
I'm glad you kind of brought up the grueling nature of the tournament, because the winner has to fight 3 times within 6 weeks. They're basically on a constant income. Do you think the training is a little, what's what I'm looking for? It's not really needed, right? Like, you know, you can really overwork yourself on a show like that.
Now on the second time doing the show, you better be very, very careful, anyone who's coming into the Ultimate Fighter show, if you're gonna think you're gonna go do 2 workouts a day. You know, you better shoot for 1.
How much do you think the fighters on the show are influenced now by what they've seen in the past, and you know, and guys doing things, you know, it's almost like, you know, they follow what the other guys did, getting crazy, you know, and all the talk in between the teammates, as opposed to just saying, I'm going to do my thing and try to be the best I can be.
You know, that's always a tough line to walk. You know, I mean, you see, you want to just be quiet and focus on fighting, and then you see a guy getting title shots because he talked his way into it, and he just lost another title shot. So it's real confusing, you know, and you're trying to figure this whole thing out, like, who should I be? Should I be that person? Should I be this person? And at the end of the day, you know, it all plays itself out, and whoever you're going to be, destiny will let you know.
Joe Lozon was probably your best guy the last time, right? So do you have anybody that, from your team, that you think can improve and become what he's become?
You know what? I think at first when the show started, I was looking for the next John Jones, the next Anderson Silva, and a couple weeks in, I'm like, I don't know if there's a John Jones or Anderson Silva here. But now as time goes on, I think, you know what, a couple of these guys are going to stick around, and they're going to be here for 5 to 10 years. I think a few of them will. We'll see. 5 years then. 10.
BJ, you haven't been an underdog very much in your career. In this fight, odds-wise, you're kind of a significant underdog. How do you feel feel about that? Do you like that role?
I love it. I love being an underdog. I never liked when people say, oh, BJ's gonna win easy, this and that. That's why I've never asked for the Frankie Edgar fight. I don't want people saying he's gonna beat him easy. This is the first time I've ever asked to fight Frankie Edgar. I'm the underdog, and I couldn't be more happy with that. This is how I live. This is how I live my whole life, being an underdog.
Yeah, I guess you answered a little bit, but how does this sort of change your mentality into how you approach, the whole situation?
It just puts a big smile on my face, and it lets me know that now you're in the position I was. You know what I mean? You gotta win big now, and it's a lot of pressure.
Because of your change in attitude, are you gonna have a different walkout song? Like something that would represent your new attitude?
Very possible. Very possible, Ioli.
Any hints?